most women see men as disposable.
Because you are. And I'm not saying that just to be hard. It's just the truth. I can honestly say that no man that I was romantically involved with brought any positive changes to my life. In fact, I'm happy, healthier, and more productive single than I ever was in a relationship. A lot of you are completely oblivious as to how much of a burden you are to your women counterparts. Over the years, women have made so much progress where men have regressed to the point where they're unnecessary. And it has nothing to do with finances or, status, and more to do with the fact that there are only a select few of you that are actually worth the trouble. It would take men as a whole unlearning toxic traits and behaviors in order for that to change.
This is gonna piss a lot of y'all off listening.
What?
But I just got to be very honest with it. When I thought about it, I was like, wait a minute. If you in the sports, if you the leader of the team and the team loses, they gonna come at you, right? Because you the leader.
You the quarterback.
If we the leader of the community, and if black women are so out of control, or modern women are so out of control, then ain't that on us?
Yeah.
Like, didn't we drop the ball some fucking where? Because when I think about it, like, we are the least, if we're just talking about black men and black women, we are less educated than them.
Yeah.
And it's getting to the point where we even starting to make less money than them.
Yeah.
I don't think we even in a fucking position to hold them accountable. Hold each other accountable. Let them hold each other accountable, and then we kind of come back and meet in the middle.
Start off by giving our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kadesh, the runners to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Alright, now they was going into how the our people, our men haven't earned the right, to be over our women. Alright, and so far, that is, but the reason that we even in this spot to where we don't have the ability to be over our women is because of the feminism that Esau Edom brought in to destroy our households. Alright, and the reason the Lord did that to us is because we sinned against the Lord. Alright, this is Hosea chapter 3, and I'm going to start at the top. Alright. Then said the Lord unto me, Go ye, love a woman, beloved of her friend, yet an adulteress, according to the love of the Lord toward the children of Israel, who looked to other gods and loved flagons of wine. Alright, so pretty much a woman who, the children of Israel looked to other gods and loved wine. Alright, so I brought her to me for 15 pieces of silver, and for a homer or barclay and a half homer or barclay. Alright, so this is Ezekiel buying the prostitute that the Lord told him to love, which was going to symbolize how Israel had did the Lord by being adulterous and serving other gods. And I said unto her, Thou should abide for me many days. Thou should not play the harlot. Thou should not be another's man. So will I also be for thee. For the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king, without a prince, and without a sacrifice, and without an image, and without a ephod, and without a timbrel. Alright, so they're just saying, that they were going to go many days without many things, without a king, prince, sacrifice, image, priest. The children of Israel was going to have to go without all that many days. Afterward, should the children of Israel return and seek the Lord thy power, and David their king, and shall fear the Lord in his goodness in the latter days. So it was saying we was going to return to the Lord. And part of us returning to the Lord is going to be our women getting back in order. So when we get back in order, when we start serving Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, our women get back in order, and they are up under us in the proper order of things, all right? Like the proper order for things is, let me get First Corinthians, the 11th chapter, 3rd verse. But I would have you know that the head of every man is a Mashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of a Mashiach is Yahweh. So this is pretty much saying the head of Yahweh is Yahweh. Alright, so that lets you know it's two entities, and Yahweh head is Yahweh. Alright, the head of the man is Yahweh Yahweh is our head, and the head of the woman is the man. Alright, so that kills feminism altogether. Right? That kills feminism. Men and women are not equal. The woman is up underneath the man. And believe me, that is part of that, one man, one wife thing, trying to make the woman equal to a man. When a man is allowed to have more than one wife, it's his choice. Alright, now, it ain't wise to do that in this times, but what we going through, it's not even wise to have one woman, but some of us did get lucky, and got a woman, but right now it's not the time for multiple wives, but it is perfectly legal according to the scriptures. All right. Now we're gonna drop down to the 8th verse. For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman created for the man. So this is letting you know that the woman was created for the man. Alright? So, for the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman created for the man. Alright, so that is the purpose of a woman. A woman is created to serve her man. Alright, and to bring forth children and to keep the nation going. Alright? Now, get Jeremiah, I'm gonna get the 3rd verse, 3rd chapter. Alright. 1st verse. Thou said, if a man put away his wife, and she go from him, and become another's man's, should he return unto her? Should not that land be greatly polluted? But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers, yet return again to me, said the Lord. Alright, so this is letting you know that we kept messing up with the Lord. Alright, we kept messing up with the Lord, and that's why we got put in the position that we got put in. Alright, and because we kept messing up with the Lord, the Lord said in Jeremiah, the 31st chapter, 22nd verse. How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding dollars? For the Lord had created a new thing in the earth. A woman should compass a man. And we're living in that time right now where a woman has compassed a man. Because the Israelite woman has gotten up above the Israelite man. And that's backwards. Alright? And anytime a nation is like that, to where the woman is on top of the man, it's going to be a problem. Alright? And that goes into Isaiah, the 3rd chapter, 12th verse. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy paths. Alright, so it's saying that children are their oppressors, which we know that goes into the Edomites, a nation that is younger than us, and women rule over them. And as you can see right now, the Israelite woman is ruling over the Israelite man. Alright. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and destroy the ways of thy path. So whenever women rule over the man, it causes them to make mistakes, and it destroys the people. Right? It destroys the nation. Alright? Because it is not the way, and it is not meant for things to be that way. Alright? This is Micah, 7, and I'm going to read verses 9 and 10. I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him, until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. So this is saying we will bear the indignation of the Lord because we have sinned against the Lord. You know, that is why we have been put in this position that we are in. That is why our women are ruling over us, which is completely out of order. A woman was meant to be a helpmeet to the man, as it says in the book of Genesis. Alright? Then she that is my enemy should see it, and shame should cover her, which say unto me, where is the Lord thy power? My eyes should behold her, and now she should be trodden down as the mire of the street. And we know mire means shit, so she's gonna get trodden down as the shit in the street, alright? Because this is just a wicked way to rule, alright? A woman is supposed to be in obedience up under her man. Alright, now this is go back and heading back to Jeremiah, the 3rd chapter, and I'm gonna start at the 8th verse this time. Alright. And I saw wind for our cause, whereby backsliding Israel committed adultery. I had put her away and gave her a bill of divorce. Yet her treacherous sister Judah feared not, but went and played the harlot also. So Judah seen all the mistakes that Israel did and did the same thing. Alright? So this is what the Lord said. And it come to pass through the likeness of her whoredom that she defiled the land and committed adultery with stones and with stocks. And yet for all her treacherous, for all this, her treacherous sister Judah had not turned unto me with her whole heart, but frightened, said the Lord. And the Lord said unto me, the backsliding Israel had justified herself more than treacherous Judah. Go and proclaim these words towards the north, and say, return thou backsliding Israel, said the Lord, and I will not cause my anger to fall upon you, for I am merciful, said the Lord, and I will not keep anger forever. Only acknowledge thy iniquity, that thou hast transgressed against the Lord thy power, and hast scattered thy ways to the strangers under every green tree, and yet have not obeyed my voice, said the Lord. Turn, O backsliding children, said the Lord, for I am married unto you, and I will take you one of a city and two of a family, and I will bring you to Zion. And I will give you pastors according to my heart, who shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. So this is Lord telling his people, if they turn back to him, that he will take care of them and he will bring them back into the fold. Alright? So that is something to remember. And just like it said, we played the harlot with many lovers. That is why we are living this punishment right now of our women ruling over us. And that is a great punishment, alright? You know? And no one should be happy going through that punishment. That it should hurt. And that's what it was meant to do. It was meant to hurt. Alright? Because we hurt the Lord by not obeying and serving him the way we were supposed to serve him. Alright? So now we feel the same thing here in Babylon the Great. Alright, this is Revelations 21, verse 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. So that is the first word, Esau Edom rulership being completely destroyed. Alright, and I John saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from Yahweh out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. So this is Israel being prepared to as the Lord's bride, adorned for her husband, Yahweh Shah. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of Yahweh is with men, and he will dwell with thee, and they shall be his people, and Yahweh himself shall be with them and be their power. Alright, so this is letting you know that the Lord is going to be with us in the kingdom. And Yahweh shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow, nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. And we know that the wages of sin is death. So that means there ain't going to be no more sin. And that's why there will be no more sorrow, no more crying. Alright, in the form of things passed away. Because we're going to have that new sinless flesh where you won't be able to sin. And he that sat upon the throne said, Behold, I made all things new. And he said unto me, Write, for these words are true and faithful. And he said unto me, It is done. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. And I will give unto him that is that thirst of the fountain of water of life freely. And that is his word, his truth, alright? That living water. And he that overcome should inherit all things. And I will be his God, and he shall be my son. Alright, so this is letting you know people that endure and make it to the end are going to inherit all things. And you know, everything is going to be righteous. Alright? And part of that righteousness is, I know a lot of people favor scripture precept, Isaiah 4 and 1. And in that day, 7 women should take hold of one man, saying, We will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel, only let us be called by thy name, to take away our reproach. So in that day, things are going to go back to being the way they're supposed to be, with the women being up under and serving their men. In that day should the branch of the Lord be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth should be excellent and comely for them that are escaped of Israel. And it shall come to pass that he that is left in Zion and he that remaineth in Jerusalem shall be called holy, even everyone that is written among the living in Jerusalem. When the Lord should have washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion. Alright, so this is the Lord saying he's going to wash away the filth of the daughters of Zion. And shall have purged the blood of Jerusalem from the midst thereof by the spirit of judgment and by the spirit of burning. So it's going into after, you know, the nukes, then, you know, the lake of fire, which is right here on earth, Babylon the Great, take place, you know. You've been on cleansed everything, alright? Now, Isaiah chapter 60, verse 22. Alright. I started 21. Thy people also should be our righteous. They should inherit the land forever. The branch of my planting, the works of my hand, that I might be glorified. So this is saying that Israel is going to inherit the land forever. A little one should become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. I, the Lord, will hasten it in this time. Alright, so this is letting you know that our women are going to be back up under order, and we're going to have to repopulate the earth after everything that happened, because you know, bring back the 2/3, bring back the nation. So a little one will become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. I, the Lord, will hasten it in this time. So this is letting you know that not only will one woman, but many women will be up under a man in these days, right? Because in these days, the Israelite man will have the ability, will be the rulers of the earth, and will have the ability to take care of multiple women. Because right now, in Babylon the Great, you ain't got the means or the ability to take care of multiple women being in captivity. But when you are the kings of the earth again, all that will change, and these people will be looking at us a lot different. All right. Now I'm gonna end this with Mark, the 10th chapter, and I'm gonna start at verse 29. And Yahweh shall answer and said, Verily I say unto you, there is no man that has left house, or brother, or sister, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or land, for my sakes in the gospel, but he shall receive 100 now in this time, houses, brethren, sisters, mothers, children, lands, with persecution, and in the world to come eternal life. Alright? So this is letting you know everything you lose, you're gonna get back. Alright? But many that are first should be last, and the last first. Alright, so this is pretty saying the people that are at the bottom in this society are going to be on top in the next society. but many that are first should be last, and the last should be first. Alright, so even though what things look like right now, going into what they was trying to break down about men not having the right, Yahweh's gonna fix it. And like I often tell people, it ain't gonna take a long time. As soon as society break down and 911 don't work no more, women will go to getting back in order right away. Alright? And things will begin to correct themselves. And that's one of the reasons why the Lord is gonna take this place out in the way that He is. He's gonna correct everything and put the right mindset back in the people, and at the same time cleanse the land. And with that, I'm gonna say shalom.